Hi, and welcome to episode 64 of the Muscle News and Merlin Bodybuilding Podcast with my good buddy Eric Broser. How's it going, Eric?
It's going well, man.
And
Get out of
Merlin.
my way. Get. He's always trying to
Yeah.
steal the show. We're good over here.
Yeah.
It's cooled down in Vegas. It's only 105 degrees, so it's nice and frosty outside.
We're here. It's in Malta. It's boiling hot. Etna erupted again in Sicily, so the ashes are coming exactly on the island because we're only like you know 15 minutes away by plane or 20 minutes with the speedboat. So, you know, everything's hitting us from everywhere now. Um, I wanted to say, we pray for all the people from Colombia. What an earthquake, man. You saw the footage?
I saw very little bit of it, but man,
Wow. Crazy, everything just falling to the ground. Oh
yeah,
God.
it's
Scary.
it's been
Scary.
it's
Yeah.
been a very scary, rough year, and it's becoming an interesting year in the world of our world of bodybuilding too.
Yes, there's a lot of earthquakes as well in
And a
bodybuilding.
lot of earthquakes in
Yeah.
bodybuilding too.
So we had the Atlanta Pro. Um, as kind of as we expected, Regan didn't come on, or he might have came quite good, but James was just too good for him, and he, you
Some people
know,
would argue it
yeah,
still.
yeah. And he ended up getting his hard-earned qualification, So
Well, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him because
yeah,
I do believe that Regan's going to pull it off this coming weekend. But we'll talk about
yeah,
that too.
yeah, we'll talk about that later. So it was James Hollingshead, Regan Grimes, third to Joseph Palacios. He called it. Now that's it. He packed up for the year.
And I'm really
Um,
surprised because with two shows left, he could probably get in.
yeah, yeah. Patrick Moore plays fourth. Amazing. Mr.
I
Consistent.
I
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of
yeah.
Patrick.
He looked good. Lewis Breed plays fifth. Charles Griffin sixth. You know.
So okay, so Patrick
Yeah,
actually jumped in front of Charles.
yeah. So and then Jonathan Duncan. I mean, I can't show them here reading them out.
How did the scoring go? Do we have the scoring? There it is.
So we have James.
Oh, so they gave straight firsts to James.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Second, obviously, ninth. It's all consistent.
Pretty much just straight.
Yeah, here is where, between eighth and ninth, things turned around a bit here. You know,
Well, it
uh
looked like
it was a tie.
I wonder how they decided who was. I mean, I guess they
Yeah,
just both tied.
yeah. So basically, and then Jason May, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to him. He didn't make it for the finals, so or he just probably, he wasn't at his best. And
Who knows?
yeah, it was a jam-packed show.
Well,
Uh
yeah, the top six basically was just
yeah.
all across the board.
So you seeing this?
Yes, I see this frontal lobe
Yeah.
bicep chest.
So
So
James,
this was so James. Listen, we have to talk about it because a lot of people argued this decision. Um, but there's really probably two ways to look at it. So we'll go through it.
yeah. But I'm seeing, James's chest, development. You can see like he's really thick. The guy's like he's really come into his own this year, huh?
James is definitely his legs are very impressive.
Yeah.
His chest is impressive and his back double biceps impressive.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I was just going to judge that one pose right
No,
there, I give it to Regan.
I got it
Um,
up because it really was, really, they did a good job putting them at the right pose, like not one guy's, so
yeah, if you
basically,
go through it pose by pose with these
uh
particular two
I only
guys,
have that
you'll
for
see
that. I
certain
have I
guys
have the
winning.
posing routines.
Okay,
If you want, we can go to the NPC. I can get them from there if you
well,
want.
let's see a little bit of their routines and
Yeah.
see them
So
on
this is
video.
James. Uh
I mean, he's definitely kept his condition for the last three shows. Like he
yeah,
looks the same.
yeah, yeah.
Um, he's very full. He's very hard. He's really doing everything he can with his physique. He's got great side shots.
He can
He has
say
good.
he's the first bodybuilder to win in Atlanta because there was never bodybuilding at Linda Mary
Right. This
show.
was Linda Murray's
Yeah,
first time having.
yeah,
That's a good show, though. The Atlanta show. That's a good show. I like that. This is where I feel James is really strong in the back double bicep shot. He shows a lot of muscularity and hardness,
yeah.
a lot of detail.
Nice Christmas tree.
A good Christmas. He's in great shape. I mean, James is dry, and he's able to bring fullness with the dryness, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have the most pleasing physique on the planet, but he definitely deserves to be on that Olympia stage. So I'm happy for him. Although my initial thoughts was that I still thought that Regan should have won, but I don't think that Regan peaked for this show. I'm not even sure if he tried to peak for this show. I think that Texas is the main, but I do like his look because he finally came in full.
No, Reagan has an amazing physique,
He
but
he he came in full. He usually comes in flat. He
yeah,
does need to be a little bit more dialed in, but he does look great.
yeah. I think this thing that people think, right off the bat, somebody's going to win, contests like this make you think twice, like when I saw James walk out, I was like, I don't know, and Reagan might lose it, this weekend, so
Yeah, I mean, I think that Regan is. I don't know. Does he like Regan or Reagan? I always forget.
Reagan
Um,
Grimes, Regan,
Reagan. So
I don't know.
I mean, I mean, look at that back shot is nice.
Yeah,
He's got amazing hamstrings, glutes. Um, I think that he's just holding a little water here. Not doesn't really look like body fat. It looks like water.
yeah,
Um, but he's just got those great lines, such great width. He flows so well.
yeah.
I think he could still use a little bit more in the legs. He could vacuum nicely, which is good for a big bodybuilder like that. And he's got a tight waist. I mean, I wrote to him on his page, whatever he put up. I
And
said, future Mr. Olympia, because he can be.
so,
But if we
and
can go, yeah, I want to see Joe too. Yeah.
yeah,
I want
I
to see if he
wanted to
changed.
say, I read somewhere somebody said something about Reagan's color, and he posted that he is allergic to certain brands.
Interesting.
Apparently, if I read the post correctly, it was him. Um, that's why sometimes he looks a bit whitish, because some color has a reaction with him. I mean,
Hmm.
remember what happened to Guy Cisternino a few years back? He started burning literally. Remember that?
Yeah.
He had patches just inflamed, all over
Yeah.
his body. It was a reaction
That's
with the
interesting.
color and something else, and it was a nightmare for him. So this is Joe. He's not. This
This
guy's
big
not this.
Joe, this is, I have to say something. This is one big dude. That is a big upper body.
Yeah,
If this guy had a smaller waist, he would be so dangerous.
I think that's where Nick beat him on the taper, of the waist.
That Nick was actually more tapered, believe it or not, but this guy is one of the thickest. He may be the thickest guy in the sport.
He's huge.
I mean, he's just a monster.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got one of the biggest chests I've ever seen. His arms are huge. His delts are huge. I mean, his back is huge. You don't probably can't even appreciate. I mean, look at that spread, even with a wide waist.
I don't know why he didn't go to Texas.
I don't know why he's not doing one of the next two shows. He will qualify. It's really him and Regan. I
All
mean, who
right,
else is gonna
because the thing
race?
is, maybe these guys don't want to go to Austria, but a guy Reagan's not the first time he gets on a plane and goes to another country, huh?
Well, I mean, I guess it just depends on how bad you want. I mean, listen, it's expensive. Maybe he can't afford it. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe he's burnt out. Maybe there's health issues. Who knows? He's decided to call it quits. But
yeah,
if this guy would just come down, in my opinion, if he would
yeah,
just come down another 10 pounds to streamline his waist a little bit,
yeah,
I think he is super dangerous.
yeah.
I mean, I know that I have a lot of, I mean, I didn't really give him too much credence when he said, "Oh, I'm going to beat Nick." But now that I see him,
Yeah,
he's an
no, he's
impressive
there.
bodybuilder.
Yeah, yeah. So this is Patrick. I was really,
Completely different physique.
yeah, I was really impressed with Patrick.
I I think that he is getting better and better, and he's competed what, like 8 times this year?
I don't know, he competed a lot.
He's
Yeah,
competed in like every show. and he's getting better. I mean, look at to me this this is one of the best physiques in the sport. Now I know he might not be big enough for some people, he might not be shredded enough for some people, but I just appreciate this shape.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the kind of physique that I would want to walk around with.
yeah,
I mean, and it's really set off by a tiny little waist,
yeah. I don't know what more
very
he,
wide shoulders,
yeah.
very wide back.
I don't know what more he can do. I mean, if if Regan Grimes wasn't going to be in Texas, I
It's
think
going to be
he'll put,
between. I think it's going to be between Patrick and Regan,
yeah,
and Regan better come in because listen, you never know. He can come in. Patrick can
yeah,
come in even more peeled, and
yeah,
you never know
yeah.
because this is a Olympia physique right here, in my opinion. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The I think the problem this year is a lot of the big guys left it late, and like a contest like this where I mean, look at him here. I mean, a
I
contest
mean,
like this where Patrick could have easily won, he ended up having to go against, the top five guys at the Olympia or something like that. You know what I mean? It really it didn't work out well for him when, it came down to who's all right. If you're the best, you have to beat everybody. But sometimes, there'll be a show where he'll say, "This is for me," you know?
well, you know what? If we do expect uh, Reagan to go and win this weekend, that's kind of like the favorite, obviously. But if Patrick can manage to get to would you say Australia or Austria?
Austria, Austria,
If he
Austria.
can manage to get to Austria, he can get a qualification there because who else is going to beat him?
That's the thing, some bloody European guy that nobody heard of might just go in and just,
Maybe, but
you know,
Patrick is
yeah,
earning his way. I mean, to me, his physique is just as good as Quinton's, and
yeah,
Quinton's already earned his way, and like
yeah,
they're very similar to each other in shape.
exactly.
So I'm a
So
big fan.
Lewis Bree came in fifth. This guy's another walking mountain of muscle. So here he is. On the short side, but he's,
Well, I
big.
mean, he doesn't have a pretty physique, but if you just like, physique, just like raw muscle, I mean, this is raw muscle here. This is kind of like a Dave Palumbo-ish kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
not really great shape, but just freaky and hard.
yeah.
But you could see how it kind of,
The difference. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, where it kind of drops off like
yeah, yeah,
I mean, look at that back. I mean, it's an impressive back.
yeah. I mean,
Right through the lower back, everything's developed.
yeah.
It just sucks. It's hard for guys like this because it's like he's really doing the best that he can to come in great shape. He's full, he's hard, but
Yeah,
he just doesn't have that natural flow,
yeah,
so it's hard to see where you can go from here.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like he doesn't have abs and serratus intercostals. He's got
I don't
it.
know. I'm
He's
seeing
just got a
something
wide waist.
funky in his biceps. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know.
It
It's
looks like
my
you could see a bump right there. It looks like he side injected his,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So sixth went to Charles Griffin.
who made a big splash the week before.
Yeah, yeah. It's that pec tear. If he didn't have that tear, I'm telling you, he'd be up there, huh?
Yeah, the pec tear definitely detracts somewhat, but listen, Lavrone had one too. So I mean, it's not a death sentence. It's just
Yeah. No, no, but some
but
is
it
more
definitely
evident than
detracts
others,
somewhat.
Yeah.
He looks great though. He's in shape again.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, he's in good condition. He's got pretty good size and fullness.
yeah,
He looks like he's pretty much a shorter guy, I would say.
yeah.
He's got that short torso. He likes hitting that most muscular though.
Yeah.
He's like lights out.
So there's this guy, Tim. If I'm not mistaken, um, this guy had a real bad car accident a few years, like totally destroyed, huh? And then he had another accident. or something like that. I think it's this guy.
There's another big beastly looking
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. He has been away. I think it's him that he has been away from the stage for a while. I don't know. Um, let me see while we're watching this.
He's
Um,
another one of another big guy with a wide waist.
yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah,
Striated glutes,
yeah.
pretty wide in the back, very sweeping quads.
I
Just
don't know
doesn't
if it
have
was him. No, I don't think it's this guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm making a
this
mistake.
guy's him and the guy right before him are kind of built from the same mold.
Yeah, yeah,
Big and hard and but not shaped very well. You
yeah.
look at somebody like a Patrick Moore next to them, and it's just like, wow, the difference in bodies.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it could have went both ways to Reagan or James, but I think
I don't think anybody would have complained if
no,
Reagan won,
no, no.
except for James.
Yeah, and for James. Yeah,
But then if James, probably what would have happened is Reagan would have won, and then this weekend coming up, James would have won, and
yeah,
probably.
yeah, yeah.
But I do you want to see any comparisons between James
Yeah,
and
I can
Reagan?
go into yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing because I'd like to go pose by pose because I know it was really close.
so
I know that there was straight first and straight seconds, but I think it was closer than that.
Linda Murray, Atlanta Pro. So I mean, with them together, I think the photos are small. Let me see if there's comparisons. Yeah.
Yeah, only if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll
Uh, I'm so small. Let me see. Uh, they get them. They get them really. They don't really focus on. Okay, maybe I can make it like that. Yeah. So let's see. Um, let's try to work like this. Are you seeing this?
I do.
This is the first call out. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
these are not like the final ones.
No, this is
Um,
before they switched the guys around.
yeah, yeah. Um, give me a sec. I mean, if you want, we can get them. Uh, so I don't know if they're. Yeah, here they are. So let me go to this one. There's like 34 pages of photos, and there for some reason, let me see if it's my fault. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get them because there's. Okay. Let's get them like this. Let's see if you can see it. Uh, you seeing this?
Yep.
Okay, because if I zoom in, it's gonna cut Reagan out. So
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
yeah, there's still come on guys. Why isn't it working? God. Let me see.
Sorry, people. Technical issues.
Not technical issues really, it's just the way they set up their site to get the photos on. Um so that's are you saying this quite good or
Yeah. So yeah, okay, I see that. Yeah.
so this is the that spread.
Look how good Patrick Moore looks in that group, though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me go back a bit. Maybe there's one. You seeing these still?
Yeah. See, yeah. I mean, in that shot, I like Reagan.
Because um James the abs for some reason are
He
washed
gets
out when,
washed out.
yeah, yeah.
And I
They're
like the
there is
way,
just, yeah,
I mean, his legs overpower Reagan's a little bit, but the overall pose, head to
yeah,
toe, left to right, I believe that one belongs to Reagan.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if they had poses before this. I'm just gonna flick through them a bit.
Yeah, just see. Well, usually they put like 5, 10 shots of the same pose.
Yeah, this one I think is a side chest. All right,
Side chest. This one's a tough one.
yeah, let him get into it.
They both look really good in this shot.
There you go. Patrick looks amazing.
I'm telling
Listen,
you something, man. I don't know. Third place, maybe.
Patrick, Patrick looks amazing all the time. Let's just say that. It's
When
just like
he's
these guys
not,
have, I mean, look at the legs. There's not much difference.
when Patrick is not dialed in, he doesn't look impressive because if he's soft and he doesn't look,
Yeah,
it's not. But when he's dialed in, he looks fantastic.
yeah,
In this shot here, I guess I'd probably give a slight edge to James just because of a little bit more muscularity.
yeah,
But if Reagan was harder, I'd give it to Reagan because his shape is just
yeah.
phenomenal.
Let's see if
Then you got to do like 10 of these shots.
yeah, probably yeah, until they get into the next pose. Yeah,
But I'm liking what Reagan's got going this year because he
yeah,
came in nice and full and he needs that. He's just got to just maybe just a couple pounds of water.
yeah.
Maybe they're gonna do side tricep next.
I'm going backwards, because I started somewhere a bit in the
Okay.
middle. Here you go. Uh, I mean, it seems like Patrick can it's there, but James really does it well here, huh?
Except
I think,
Patrick uses his abs to his advantage, and look at those
yeah, I
abs.
think Reagan is still getting into it.
Yeah, he put the one leg back, and
Yeah,
then now he's gonna bring the
yeah,
right leg up on the calf. I'm imagining. Oh no,
yeah,
he's gonna do like a side. He's gonna do like a side
yeah.
version.
I think everybody should do it the same, huh? But
Yeah,
anyway,
I mean, you should get into the pose the same way, and then
yeah,
then maybe if you want to vary it,
yeah,
that one is close between James and Reagan. Very
yeah,
close. I mean, I like Patrick in that pose the best, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. Let me
He
try to
looks
get, let me try to
great.
find them doing something so I don't stay switching through all the pages. Uh, so many photos. Backs. Just don't wanna, you know, drive everybody crazy. So let me see. No, these are the other guys. So we're there. Okay, this is like a relaxed pose. Uh, I mean,
I mean, there, see that James, I don't know what happens with his abs, but they get like disappear.
yeah, yeah. Look at
You
Patrick.
know,
I mean, just amazing.
he looks
Yeah,
good in this lineup, man.
yeah. I don't
And there,
know.
and there's where you could see that Joe is where his weakness is. He just doesn't
Yeah,
have the shape.
yeah,
Weird. I didn't realize Joe was that short.
yeah. I mean, Reagan has
Like
the perfect V shape, you
to
know.
me, Regan, if you're gonna call it a pose, Regan wins the front
Yeah.
relax shot.
But then you see the legs of James, they're just,
James' legs are powerful.
yeah,
That is a very, very tough thing to overcome.
yeah. So that one, there's that. Abs.
I mean, I think abs and thighs gonna would end up going to Reagan over James.
Sorry.
Although Patrick Moore might have the best abs up there.
Let's see, let's then get into a pose. Did we see double front double biceps? No,
I don't think we saw that when we did the
no,
lat spread.
no. So there you go. Obviously, Patrick
But
with a bit of a vacuum.
to me, Patrick looks the best up there of all of them.
Yeah,
But between the 1 and 2 guys, this is where
yeah,
I think Reagan shines a little bit. Except it's amazing how much James's legs overpower.
yeah, yeah,
I think one thing Reagan's going to have to work on is more legs.
Yeah, it's amazing. He takes so much time off the gym and still you know, uh God, so many photos, same
I'm
photos.
just saying, man, the more I'm looking at Patrick, watch out for him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, next week it's not.
It's not going to be okay if Patrick comes in really good shape.
Yeah, it's not,
You never
easy.
know. Never know.
So this is a front lat spread.
See, I give that one to Reagan too.
Yeah, even though Patrick looks good as well.
Dude, I mean,
Yeah,
his width combined with the small waist is incredible.
yeah. Listen, man, Reagan was lucky. Reagan was lucky
Oh,
he
I
got.
mean, right. I mean, listen, I know, obviously we weren't there, but I would definitely put Patrick in front of Joe,
Yeah.
just shape alone.
So we saw the side chest, right? Yeah, we saw
Yeah, we
side
haven't
chest.
seen the back shots,
Yeah. So I go to 28.
which is always a telltale of what.
Trying to find where they settled into their pose, because they take so many photos. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it again. Look at Patrick's back.
Man, he
I
looks.
think James didn't open up yet here. Wait, give
He
me a
wasn't
second.
opened up yet. No,
Yeah. Let's
that's
be
not fair.
fair. I don't want to be, I don't want him to say, that I put up the wrong pictures and stuff. Yeah. Listen, man, Patrick is like he's not bending backwards, he's straight. You notice that?
I'm telling you something. I'm sorry. I'm in favor of Patrick's physique here, man. I mean, I know, we're looking at one and two because that's always judged, but I don't know, man. Patrick is looking. This might be his best show of the season so far.
It's crazy, man. The arms, the back, the legs.
He just looks. I mean, a lot of times guys look really good when they're standing alone, and then you compare him to other guys, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
but he's standing up well here for not being nearly as big as these other guys.
yeah,
His shape is carrying him and giving him an illusion.
yeah. It's crazy. I mean, the more I'm seeing these photos, the more I think that people next weekend Reagan better be on par because he's gonna have a
Because
fight on
Patrick
his
is no
hands, huh?
joke, and I would imagine Patrick's going to go.
Yeah, yeah, he's on the list.
He's on the list, yeah.
Yeah. Here, Reagan's a beast.
Reagan is very hard to match in the back lat spread.
I mean, he has that thickness that James doesn't have.
He's got the width, thickness, a
Yeah.
smaller waist.
Patrick is 3D as well here, I mean, Joe is like lumps of muscle, I mean, it's still has to
Joe's
be.
just, yeah, Joe is
Yeah,
just thickness. But Regan, this is one of Regan's where he could stand with pretty much anybody in this shot.
yeah, yeah. So that's that. Um, so let me see, because the ad poses to get everybody on a sequence, we can
I
use
feel
this.
like,
I
I
mean,
mean, without even seeing it, I
we
think
know
the
Patrick has amazing abs, so we can use
his
this.
abs are like,
Patrick's doing the squiggle, he left and right. Um,
I would say Patrick's the only one who can match maybe Hottie in the
yeah,
abs.
yeah. I mean, Reagan has a great set of
Reagan
abs.
wins this shot over James.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, if you look at it, and then what is it? The most muscular is still part of the
yeah.
mix too.
I think so. Yeah. So, yeah, they're getting into it here. Uh, yeah.
Because by my count, in my own mind, as me as a judge,
But look at
I,
look at James here now. Look at his abs. It's
yeah,
crazy. It's weird, isn't it weird?
yeah, it's a little strange. Look
Like,
how good Patrick looks in that shot, though.
yeah. No, I'm saying like James, they're all there. The abs are
No, I
there,
know
but
it's weird they get washed out, but
yeah,
but I kind
Patrick.
of give that pose to Reagan. I don't know. Listen, I wasn't there judging, but just looking at these photos, I think I
Yeah,
have Reagan winning more poses than James.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't
even going
know.
to mention Patrick because I think I love Patrick's physique.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I'm not saying Pollitt, but I don't know.
Do you think that they gave it to James because he had those seconds and they were finally like, let's just get him in there?
I don't. I don't know. All right, then the rest are going back. They put them through them again.
I think we saw enough.
Yeah,
I
we
just
saw
wanted to
enough.
see some comparisons.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know because like you have the front double bicep, which I give to Reagan. You have the front lat spread, which I give to Reagan. Side chest I gave to James. Side tricep I gave to Reagan. Uh, Back double bicep I give to James. Back lat spread I give to Reagan. Uh, Abs I give to Reagan. Most I have Reagan winning the show.
but
And
I don't know. I don't want to say politics, but do you think the judges like, listen, he's placed second 4 times or whatever, 3 times,
that's what I was just saying to you.
and
I'm
then
like
Reagan
maybe
comes in and like just to give it to Reagan, you know what I mean? I don't know.
maybe they didn't maybe they want Reagan to earn it more because they know he's not at his best, so they want to force him to his
Could be.
best.
It could be.
Um, but I mean, I don't know. That's a speculation. But if I'm just judging a show and I'm looking pose by pose, but maybe again, you have to be fair. Maybe sitting right in front of the guys, it's different.
I mean, Dave Palumbo made a good point. He said a bodybuilder was on stage, he looked red and the color looked bad, he looked washed out. Then there was footage of him coming down backstage, coming down the stairs. The guy was perfectly brown, shredded. He said the lights and the cameras, and by the time it comes to the internet, it's a totally different,
Right, right.
you know what I
100%. And
mean?
I have judged shows before, not IFBB shows, but I've judged natural pro shows and stuff. And it's a lot different when you're sitting there on the
Yeah,
panel and you're looking straight up at the guys then.
yeah,
But all I could say is if I was going just by photos, I have Reagan winning the show. But whatever, I'm happy for James, right? I mean, he
yeah,
looks great. He's been holding his condition and he's been fighting some wars and he's in. So
yeah. So basically, I don't know if you have anything to add to Atlanta. I mean, there was a ton of, I mean,
there was female bodybuilding
Joanne
there.
Elliman won for Juan, sorry. Juan Elliman won for 212 bodybuilding. I am not
Uh,
going to go through them all because we're going to go crazy.
just who's the wizard again?
Men's classic physique, Gabriel Zancanelli. Now, there was a bit of controversy because people thought Robert Times should have won.
Oh, right, because he just came back.
He placed third.
Let's see how I'm curious to see him because he was gone for a while, and what a spectacular physique he
Yeah,
had.
many people put up, how can this guy place
Not
third?
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what he looks like.
Well, let's be fair. Let's get the guy that won.
Okay,
Um,
well, yeah, I was going to go third to first, but if you want to go first to
yeah,
third,
yeah,
that's
all
cool.
right. We can't do that. So, uh,
However you want to bring it up. All good with
oh, this
me.
is 144 weeks ago. Doesn't really have many. I mean, this is doesn't have so many great shots. 2 days ago, this is it. Yeah. So this is him. He
This is
might
him
need
on
more.
stage.
Yeah, he might need more legs, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. He looks freaking good. When you're thinking about classic, I mean, he is on the money there. Yeah, I mean, listen, couldn't he use? I mean, everybody could use a little more of something, but
Yeah.
I want to see the guys that beat this because he's impressive. Those delts, like he's just very like hard. Like he looks like he's made out of marble.
Yeah.
He's like just very like his skin tone. Look at those
Look at
abs.
that.
Damn. Look at that bicep. I mean, this guy is
That's
serious
genetics working at its best.
and hard work. I mean, this guy he's good. So
Of
who beat
course.
him? Let's see who
Of
beat
course.
him.
So Momar Ba from Finland. Let's look for him. Uh, me a sec. Just curious about something. No, I didn't ever see this kid. I don't know if I've seen this kid in Europe at one time. I think he did compete with the other IFBB. Let me just check. No. I don't know if he. I think I saw. I don't know if I saw him once, and then he went to America to get his pro card. I don't know. So let me get him. This guy placed. Is there a video of him? Shit, no videos. Here's some. Here's photos of the guy that came. Second, yeah, not bad.
No, I mean, that's a pretty impressive physique too.
Yeah, I think Times was a bit more sculpt harder, but this guy's thick.
Yeah, I mean, as good as sculpted as this guy is, I mean, Times was just
Yeah. Ah, shit. Adverts. Yeah. So that's him.
all
And the
right.
guy
Very
that,
impressive, though. Very
yeah, the
impressive.
guy that plays first is from Brazil. Let me look for him. Gabriel. Um, There he is. Uh, this is the guy that came first. I mean, they're all great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when he first started to just pose, I was like, how could he have beaten Tim's? But he's impressive when he hits his shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see from
I
the
think
back.
it's the legs, the size of the legs as well.
Well, he's in shape too. I mean, I would say that the top three were very close.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
definitely very
Yes.
close.
Yes.
Uh, obviously we're not going to do it, but you see comparisons and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
um, very good return for Times because
Yeah.
he looks like maybe there's other shows for him to get into the Olympia still.
I closed the window of the. I wanted to mention the other winners. Bear with me. I don't want to leave anybody out. Just mentioning the names. So we got classic physique. Women's physique, Lenka Forenkukova, Czech Republic. Perfect score, 1. Women's wellness, Rosemary Rodriguez, Paraguay. Women's fit model, Misty Yang. God, how many competitors? Men's bodybuilding, we know. Men's physique open, Corey Morris. Holy crap, so many. It's just the list never end. Women's bodybuilding, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 competitors. Alida
Wow.
Opre, one from Hungary. All the rest were from USA, then Japan, and Japan. So mostly women. Women's fitness, there was only 3. Abby Bolton, one from Canada. Uh, wow, in prejudging, she was third. Look at this score.
Wow.
Seeing this, 936, then 612, 18. And there was a tie for first and second. Wow.
Well, it looks to me like Abby must have had a kick-ass routine,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and that counts for most of it. And
yeah,
she probably had the least physique,
yeah,
but the best routine.
yeah. Women's figure, holy crap. Nicole Zenobia Graham from the
Yeah,
USA.
it's a very popular show for women because it's Linda Murray's show,
Yeah, yeah.
one of the legends of the sports. There's a
Women's
lot of women usually go into it.
women's bikini, Mansha Aka, I don't know her last name, USA. Akbar Emir. Holy cow. lot of competitors. Congratulations to all the winners. Everybody that competed, you're all winners in my book, but somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, you know. So
All professional athletes, all wanting
yeah,
to win, but not everybody can.
yeah. So moving on to
Texas.
um
Yes, Texas
Texas.
coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
Definitely things have heated up now on the way to the Olympia.
yeah. So this is the competitors list. So men's bodybuilding, not, I mean, there's right a great amount. The people standing out is Reagan and Patrick, but
And
you
I
know,
see a couple of names from the
yeah, from the
Atlanta
last
show going
show.
in there.
This guy Tim, let me just check. Let me just check something. I was right, about his accident
It
because
was
people
the
were,
Tim guy.
yeah, people were talking about him. Uh, uh, so he had a hernia, or an umbilical hernia surgery in 2025, and then he had digestive issues. He had a Dubai buggy incident, a result in a severe career-altering accident, apparently. Then I don't know. He had some other accident. So basically, this guy, came back from some problems. Uh,
Well, that's coming back from adversity. That's a good
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
always.
So I don't know. We have to see. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's really only two standouts, and so I'm pretty sure unless something crazy happens,
yeah,
it'll be
unless
between
some
Reagan
guy
and
comes in like,
Patrick. But
yeah, freak it.
the only thing that I could say is that looking at Patrick,
Yeah,
it's
Grimes
not going to
has.
be a cakewalk for Reagan
No,
because
no.
Patrick is dangerous.
Yeah, he is. Men's 2-on-2 is a good lineup as well of guys. I can't see really anybody that stands out. Maybe the Japanese guy, probably. Who knows? Probably comes in with freaked out legs.
Well,
Um,
all these poor guys have to. Anybody who wins has to go up against Keon, which is just a terrible
yeah.
thing.
Men's classic physique, another lineup of is Times doing it? Nope.
No, oh, I would have thought he would have went.
Yeah, one show wonder. Who knows?
Oh, interesting. Because yeah, he could still get in.
Listen, if he's still, I don't know if he's retired from the army. He probably had to go out again. Who knows? Uh, you know,
It sucks though, that is I wish I knew all of these guys and people like it's just
listen,
too many
man.
people to follow at this point in time.
Look at the men's physique. I mean, to know who all these guys are. All right, this list, I know one guy, Dmitro Horobets. Why? He's not from. He's Ukrainian. I know him because he dominated the Elite Pro when it was Elite Pro. He won the Arnold Classic like 4 years in a row. World champion. He has the face of a model. He decided to move to America. Switched over to the NPC, which I had a feeling he would. I mean, just seeing this kid, I mean, the quality of his physique is. I mean, I don't know how he's not winning more pro shows. I mean, the guy naturally. Let me get a photo. Like this is him just like screwing around. Let me show you this. Look at the.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw this guy from the beginning. I mean, year after year, dominating. I have a
I,
lot of photos with him. He's like, when you see him face to face,
I mean, it's a damn sculpture.
yeah, shredded, shredded.
I mean,
Yeah.
who in the men's open division is as shredded as that? No
No,
one.
I'm telling you, this kid is a genetic wonder, man.
I mean, and his chest, man, it's like when he
Yeah,
flexes that chest, that is
yeah,
nuts.
yeah. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that.
And
That's the men's physique that I used to see on the elite side.
and that's why men's physique is so popular because the majority of young men look at guy physiques like that, and that's
Yeah,
what they want to look like.
look at that. And when you
You
see
know,
him dressed up, you just think, he's
he just looks like a guy who's in really good shape,
yeah.
but then takes
No,
his shirt off and be like, whoa.
I'm telling you, the guy, I know him. I spoke to him. I wrote him a letter of reference once, when he was moving to America. So, I mean, I've helped him a lot. This is the type of guy, that, the face, the hair, the
No,
physique,
he's got it all. He's got a
you
great
know what I
look.
mean? His legs are well developed, as well, So, like this is one guy. I just wanted to make a point from this these this that's the guy I know. So imagine all these guys,
There could be a
70% of
bunch
them
more
will look
like
like
him in
that.
there.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, I know.
It's crazy. I mean, to know all these guys, you have to literally live at home, go nowhere, remember all these names. It's crazy.
No, it's too many. It's too many these days.
This is men's wheelchair, five guys, you
It's not
know.
bad.
It's always great to see them.
It's nice when they bring on the men's
Yeah,
wheelchair.
women's figure, bunch of women here. I mean, obviously,
Figures still staying pretty strong.
yeah. Wow, I think this girl's Maltese. Kelly Samut from Australia. She's probably Maltese.
Hmm.
Because that's Maltese last name. Women's bikini, uh, a good lineup as well.
Yeah, well, always. I mean, women's bikini. There's so many of them.
Yeah. Women's physique, wow, stacked as well. It's crazy. Do you know
But
any of these?
you could still see how many girls are still doing women's physique and
Yeah.
doing figure versus women's bodybuilding.
Wellness is not bad, you
Look at
know.
that last second to last. Kelly Spaghetti. Could you imagine? I would never heard that before. Having the last name Spaghetti.
Let's find out who Kelly Spaghetti is.
Who Kelly Spaghetti is, because I want to know, does she like spaghetti or does she have trouble on her diet because of spaghetti?
I
I
don't
can
know.
imagine the hell she went through in school with that last name.
Nothing's coming up, but shit.
Kelly Spaghetti.
No,
That's a great name.
nothing's
Is she
coming up.
Italian?
Probably. No, I mean it's marking her from the USA, but
I wonder if her middle name is Angel Hair.
God,
Angel Hair Spaghetti.
spaghetti.
That's a great name.
Women's fit model. Holy crap! This.
This is going to be the biggest of all the divisions because I'm sorry to say, but it's the
Yeah.
easiest one to
The
do.
only girl I know here is Emma Henderson. You know who she is?
No.
Her father's the owner of Wolfpack.
Ah. I only know one fit model girl personally, and that's
Um, you know who
Stanible's
tra you know
wife.
who trains her? What's his name? The first Mr. Physique. No, yeah, the first men's physique winner. Your friend, what's his name?
Oh, you mean Jen Dory's husband?
Yeah, yeah, they train her. So
Oh, okay.
she
Yeah,
got
yeah.
her
Yeah. Mark
pro card.
Anthony.
Yeah, I know because
I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to say Jen Dory's husband, but I think that
back in the day,
everybody knows Jen Dory right now. But
yeah, you're an old fart now. Back in the day when she was, yeah, she, I mean, they used to sponsor me, so I was in contact with them for a while.
that's
Then she
that is
started,
one beautiful girl right there.
yeah, I think she has photos with,
He's gorgeous.
she has photos with them somewhere.
Yeah, Mark and Jen have
Here
a
they
lot of
are.
clientele.
You see, I don't know if they still are, but probably, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've been speaking to Mark quite a bit lately, honestly, because he has a client here in Vegas, a very high level men's physique, and
Really?
he asked me to start training him. So actually, I've been working with him. His name's Alejandro Gonzalez. So he actually owns a gym here in Vegas called Coast to Coast, a really good gym,
Really?
only about 15 minutes from me. And so I've been working with him 2 to 3 days a week, and he's getting ready for the North American, and then hopefully gets his pro card there. If not, the amateur Olympia. But the shout out to Mark who actually messaged me and said, "Hey, Eric, I want you to train this guy. He still does his diet, but I do
Cool,
workouts with him because we want to bring up certain body parts."
cool.
And hopefully, we're trying to. Mark wants to come back to Las Vegas. He's living in Florida with Jen right now. He's trying to convince her to come back to Las Vegas, and he told me that he told me Jen's not retired, and that if they move back, then I'm hired again to train her. So let's hope it
Cool.
happens.
Where are they living now?
Florida,
Okay, okay. Is she Canadian?
yes,
Ah, okay. Yeah, cool.
yes.
We have to get
So
her on our show.
I want to get her on the show so badly. I mean, I'll reach out to her again. She's very, I have a feeling she gets so many messages that you kind of
Oh,
get lost in there.
yeah,
But I could probably message Mark and see if she wants to do it. But I would love to get Jen on because Jen is one of the darlings of
yeah,
the IFBB. She's
yeah,
just such a
yeah. Well,
people
shit,
don't.
I'm Canadian. She has to give me preference. She has to give
Yeah,
us
she's got to give you preference. I'm going to say my partner here is Canadian, so you got to come on the show. Um,
Canadian living out of Canada.
well, Laura Lee too. Isn't Laura Lee also
Yeah,
Canadian?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, two Miss Olympias
Reagan,
from Canada right there.
yeah, Reagan, Ian Valier. Congratulations to Ian. They're gonna have a baby.
Oh, good
Finally.
job, buddy.
Yeah, they've been really he's been open about it. It's been a long I think it was one of the reasons he retired,
Well,
basically.
congratulations.
Yeah, they put up some photos and I sent him a message and he replied immediately. He's over the moon. I mean, he's really happy. So I just wanted to mention
Sure.
that. Um, it's nice because it's reality, when some guys bodybuilding does screw things up sometimes,
It's sometimes really hard for bodybuilders to
yeah,
get their women pregnant
yeah,
because
the
of
from the women's side sometimes, and because his wife's an athlete as well, right? Chris Bumstead's sister.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it can be very difficult because of obviously hormone manipulation,
yeah,
but good for them.
yeah. So um, there's that. Let me see if what I saved because I save a lot of things during the week that I might wanna tell you about and I'll forget. So
I also got an Ask Merlin question this week.
okay,
So
great. Yeah, we'll get to that. So that's Chriso. I found there's something
yeah,
of Chris.
we haven't seen much from Crizzo. He's kind of gone into hiding.
He's getting back to normal again. One sec.
Can
Posting
he ever
stuff.
be normal? That guy is not normal. He looks
Yeah,
like a
but he's here. This is the latest. Yeah, Mike. I mean, I know Chriso well, so look at that.
this is him right now preparing.
One day ago, yeah. George Farah's his coach, guru coach, whatever.
Yep, that's
So this is
I
probably
mean,
shit lighting, and he still looks good.
dude, look at that muscular. Holy crap.
I know.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. He's
he
I
is
mean, look at him here. Look at Andrew Jack and um Brandon
that's some
Curry.
that's some legendary stuff right there.
Yeah, look at the size. I mean, look at his arm, bicep.
Wow, Crizzo's arms are nuts. But look, Brandon's arm looking
Yeah,
just sitting there like that, pretty impressive.
yeah. They're all with
But
SciTech. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
but Crizzo is
I mean, look at this.
he's just a massive guy.
And he's a gentle giant, I'm telling you. I sat next to him when he's eating breakfast. I was
Oh, I
with,
know. I met him when he was in Gold's Gym, and he's like the soft-spoken,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like he is a gentle giant, like a big teddy bear.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Can you imagine just training next to a guy like that? You just pack up and leave, you
You just be
know?
like, well, don't need to be here.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, of course, we know that he's on PEDs and stuff like that, but not everybody gets to look like this. So
Yeah, but when you're
he's
up close, even his skin, it's
it's very thin. He's got that freaky thin skin
yeah, yeah.
and muscles that just
I
push out.
mean,
I mean, I hope he shows up at the Olympia this year like fucking just
Yeah, I mean, this
nailing
is
it because
Pittsburgh where he deserved to win, right?
I mean,
I mean,
he
that's a big show to win in Pittsburgh, you know. I mean,
he's
that's
a very dangerous bodybuilder.
I mean, like I said with Jay, you know, Jay's on record thinking that he can place in the top five if
Yeah.
he's if somebody this guy can move up from you know
I won't even say, I'm not even going to say if somebody comes in off. I'm going to say if he comes in on, he's
yeah,
dangerous against everybody.
yeah, people are forgetting about this guy. All right, his waist is a bit
His
thick.
waist is what hurts him.
It's not, it's just muscle, you know. It's not
Well, I
like,
know it's the size of his obliques.
but
He's
you
got very
know,
developed
not
obliques.
to dedicate the show, like I mean, but I saw his update. His update impressed me this week. So you know, I spoke to George Farah about him last year when he came to Malta, and he told me, listen, big things are gonna come with that guy, you know, because his problem was not his problem. He had the same coach from beginning. He turned pro with the elite. He kept on winning. But I think that coach can could only push him so far, you know. And I think his coach, that was the only guy he had. So then when he teamed up with George Farah, you know, George had Kai Green, Dexter, you know, I mean, George Farah. Well, there's nothing to say about it, you know. I mean, and he probably, you know, put him up another level, you know what I mean? And just needed some time to work with him. And now you know, the hard work is showing. So you know, it's building up to be an exciting Olympia, you know, with Nick there. And let's just hope everybody gets on stage in top condition. So it will
That's what we
be,
hope for because that's the best show. I mean, and it's going to be a hyper competitive Olympia this year.
yeah. You going,
Hyper.
Eric? Are you gonna go?
As long as our buddy Dan comes through. Dan Solomon has gotten me and Dave tickets every year
Yeah,
since I don't even remember when. So since he started.
yeah,
And so yeah, I imagine that we reach out to him. He'll
yeah,
and it should be an interesting show. I'm actually really happy that it's gone back to the Orleans arena. I mean, not the greatest host hotel, but a
yeah,
great arena for the Olympia. Very big, very seats like I think like 9,000 plus.
yeah,
They usually have gigantic screens up. It's a good venue.
yeah. I wanted to
I think it's
mention
almost twice the seating of where it was last year at Resort World.
I want to mention one more thing. It was Wayne Dominia's birthday this week. If many people know him, many people despise him. He's a good friend of mine. Um, he first promoted the Mr. Olympia in 1984 when Lee Haney won his first one, and his last one was in 2003. So that was a long run.
1984,
4 to
was that in New
2003.
York?
I don't know where it was. When
I
Lee
think
Haney won? I don't know.
I think it was in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
83 was in Germany or something. And then 84, I think, was
80,
New York, and 85 was Brussels.
uh, 80, when Samir Banu won in 82,
3, 83.
83, 82
I think
was
that was Germ. Was that
Chris
Germany?
Dickerson. Chris Dickerson in 82, and 83 it was Samir. That was in Germany.
That was in Munich.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I know 85 was in Brussels, Belgium.
yeah.
I was wondering, I'm trying to remember if 84 was in New York.
We'll check.
Just out of curiosity, just
19 years of promoting the Olympia. That's a long run.
uh, people
That's a long
forget
run.
how involved Wayne
Yeah.
was.
And
He was the voice.
he used to throw him on the plane, take him to Europe, 8 shows after each other, put him on the buses,
He was
and
like the camp counselor. He was like,
yeah, yeah, handling them like kids. You know, he would tell me stories. Literally, it was like he had kids. What time are we gonna eat? I don't like this food. You know, they were all babies, literally babies. You know, if
yeah,
there's that video of Kevin's coming into the press conference a bit late. He yells at him in front of everybody, telling him if your lack of respect and say sorry to everybody now. and he wouldn't start until Kevin apologized. It's
Yeah, well,
crazy.
that was Wayne. Wayne was not
Yeah,
afraid to speak his mind.
yeah. I mean, many people. Yeah, it was held in New York, Madison Square Garden,
That's what I
1984.
thought. That's what I
Yeah,
thought. I thought it
yeah.
was in Madison Square Garden.
So basically, I mean, before we start to ask Merlin, a lot of guys like Sean Samir Banu, they call him out on everything that went wrong in their career. They blame Wayne. Bob Chick says that Wayne was fired and this and that. Near the end of his thing, there was a lot of pressure from Ben, and things clashed because Wayne had the pro division in his hands. It was like a separate entity, totally. You know, and they would change certain things the day before the show. And listen, after so many years, things start to get to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His son he just had his son, you know. Unfortunately, Wayne got sick as well, so he called it quits as well. So it was probably a mutual agreement. I'm gonna do my thing, you guys do your thing, and that was it. But nobody can deny that Wayne was a great promoter. Samir blames him that he could have won more Olympias. Listen, if Samir came in at the condition he was in 1983, he would have probably won more Olympias. But then, you know, he was lucky in '83 that Lee Haney lost 10 pounds because he wasn't something happened from the World Championships to the
No
you
matter
know what
what, no matter what Samir would have done after 83,
no
once Haney was at his best,
yeah, yeah.
done.
And he said, how can it be I go from fourth to seventh? And listen, man, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And even these Tipo fights he had with Lee Priest, giving him a letter in front of everybody. It was all part of the show. You know what I mean? It's listen. I beg him every time I speak to him, write a book, Wayne.
Wayne D'Amelia would probably write the most amazing book.
He was there in the time of Arnold, so you can imagine the stories. He knows Arnold well. The you know
Even if he just wrote a book about taking the bodybuilders on the European tours,
Yeah, yeah.
imagine the stories.
Oh, he told me
I
some
mean,
of
you
them
know a lot of them.
that
So
I
I'm saying,
can't
how
repeat.
much he can
Yeah,
write about the
yeah.
stories?
And Mohammed Benaziza, when he passed away,
Would
um,
Wayne ever come on our show?
would he ever come on our show?
On our show?
I asked him. He doesn't really like to. Um, I've asked him many times, not because he doesn't want to. He likes to stay a bit. But I'll
Back
ask him
now.
again.
I only because I
But
mean I would
the
just be like, Wayne, the floor is yours.
yeah, the
Tell
thing
us.
is, we'll have to have a 6-hour show in 3 parts.
We'd have to do parts. I mean,
Yeah,
he would
because
be.
he will not stop. When I call him, the stories he tells me and stuff, we'll do 2.5 hours on the phone.
I know. I mean, I
And
can imagine he would be one of the most interesting people to talk to about
yeah,
the body.
yeah, my wife would just say bye when he calls me. It's it. I'm gone.
Right. I'm not going to see you for a while.
Yeah,
So
because you can't hang. Not that sounds bad. I don't want to hang up because the stories are so good. It's like holy crap.
yeah, it's
It's
pure
like
gold, man.
and it's like some of them he might tell the public, some he can't. Um,
Oh, I'm
and
sure. I'm sure he has seen things.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine being there when what's his name was passing away to handle
Oh,
that,
Muhammad.
and you're in a different country, and something else happened to another bodybuilder, and I forget which one it was. The same thing was going to happen, and the doctors came and he told them, "Listen, you do what I tell you, because if you're going to start injecting him with I don't know with what, you're going to kill him, and listen, he he had a lot. He talked about a bit on Patrick Bet David's show once he was on his show. He touched on certain things, but um, even stories of pumping iron. He has, he had
Well,
the outtakes with what's his name? Oh God. the one of the producers.
Charles Gaines,
No, not Charles Gaines, the George Butler.
George Butler.
And then Arnold, when he was going out for governor, he wanted them, and his
Yeah.
nose has been literally everywhere.
Well, I mean, he's
And
been
people saying that they don't like him, or you can't remove 19 years of history, plus what he used to do before that, with Robbie Robinson, getting him to guest pose and things in New York, and it's just never ending, never ending, never
no,
ending.
he was through.
Yeah,
He probably would be one of the most interesting people in this and tell
yeah,
things about the sport that would
yeah.
be nobody would have a clue. I can only imagine. He wouldn't even have to write a book. He would just have to speak into a microphone and tell his stories and let somebody write it for him because it would
Yeah,
just
but yeah, I know, but the thing is, I think he's in his mid 70s. So, and his mind is really fresh still. So you have to get that stuff out of there. You know what I mean? It's like sit down with
well,
your son and write.
yeah, that'd be great. Well, anyway, I can only imagine. And
Yeah,
you're
but
lucky. You're
anyways,
lucky that you have a good relationship with him
happy
because you get to
birthday.
get some cool stuff.
Yeah, happy birthday to Wayne. And I sent him, I said, I hope you had a great day. And he said, it was just a normal day, another
Well,
day.
that's what happens though. You get older and it's just like it's not
Yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's that. So you have Ask Merlin.
Wait, before we do Ask Merlin, um, happy 40th year anniversary to Gold's
Yeah,
Gym,
yeah,
to
yeah,
Bev Francis's
yeah,
and
yeah. So
Steve Weinberger's Gold's Gym.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Steve.
That's 40 years. And I remember because I remember going back. I remember being training there back in what year was it?
And I think a lot of people are going. Flex Lewis, Nick Walker, Jennifer Dory.
Geez, I was there
Uh,
what in the late 80s. I know Jay's going.
yeah, Jay's going. Manager Matt's going. Obviously. Uh, just a lot of people.
No, a ton of people are going there because obviously, listen, it's Steve Weinberger. And if he wants you to come, you're gonna go.
Now you
Um,
gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah,
and I know that Steve's also writing a book. I'm not sure if it's about him or well, it's probably about everything having to do with being his whole life in the
yeah,
bodybuilding.
yeah,
Um, but I think he said something like I know I saw an interview with him saying that that it's gone through four major expansions already.
yeah,
It's probably one of the best gyms I'd say in the world at this point.
yeah.
And if not, at least one of the most known. But so many champions train there. It's the East Coast Mecca, no doubt.
It's a gym with a lot of history. I mean, just going there, I can imagine. Um, yeah, it's just a huge gym. I have let me show you this. Uh, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Just show you something. Uh, this goes way back. Uh, give me a
This is
sec.
going to be a surprise because I don't know. You didn't mention anything.
No, no, this is me and Steve.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Arnold Europe, the last one before the split. Yeah. I said, "Can I have a photo with you?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." He was really nice about it.
That's cool.
So at least I got to meet him once.
Steve still looks the same.
Tall guy, huh?
Oh, he's very tall. He's like 6'5" or 6 or something.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, 40 years is 1986 it opened, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think the last time I was there was in the 90s. And I still have friends who live in New York who still train there now. And they always say it's such a really such a great gym. I haven't been back in a long time, but
I think it's a great gym because he's there all the time.
well, it's exactly it's their baby. I mean, that's the one thing they focus on,
Yeah.
him and Bev, is that gym. So it's like, it's not like he's gone off and tried to
Yeah.
open up different businesses or just that. For him, it's just the IFBB, head judging, bodybuilding in his gym. And
And I think Bev moved back to Australia, right?
oh, I don't know, did she? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Did they divorce?
Yeah, he got married again.
Oh, you know what? I didn't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But I
still, her
think
name is on the gym.
they're
Yes.
of course, I mean, I think, but
But
they're
still,
still
she's probably still in business with them.
they have a good relationship, I think they're still you know, people just grow apart, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Well, no, I mean that gym was theirs to get. They started it. I mean, it was
yeah, yeah. It's still
it
called
wasn't far from my home, my childhood home. It was only about
yeah.
15 minutes away, 20
It's
minutes away.
called Bev's Gym, basically,
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah, so
they don't want to take that name out of there. Bev is
yeah,
she's a superstar.
yeah.
A
So
legend.
um ask Merlin.
Yeah, so I got a question which I thought was actually a pretty interesting question. It was a good question. I was asked about somebody had written to me on email and said, "Hey, listen, I'm having trouble getting uh, pumps in the gym. I'm just not feeling good pumps, and I don't know exactly, what's wrong." And so I just asked quick back, like I didn't, go into it crazy with him. I said, "I'm just curious to hear, like, a little bit more about your diet, uh, and your hydration levels, just a couple of things." And when he told me about his diet, it was I would say a high protein, higher fat, lower carbohydrate diet. And he also told me, which is interesting, that he is very meticulous about not. It's from what he thought was the right thing to do about not using any sodium. Like he thought that like that keep salt out of the foods and this kind of stuff. So those things gave me clues right there. And then I asked also a little bit about the training, and there was a lot of heavy weights and things like that. So it gave me some clues to what's going on. So basically, if somebody out there, you know, let's just talk about the pump in general. So what is the pump? Obviously, the pump is when, you fill the muscles with blood. The vascular system is vasodilated, and a lot of people just think that the pump is just kind of like a temporary cosmetic thing, that it feels good. I remember Arnold talked about the pump and pumping iron.
Yeah,
You know, he just loves the pump.
yeah,
But the pump actually, some people may not know, is actually very an important factor for building muscle, because when you fill the muscles and the cells with large amounts of fluid and they get expanded, that's actually an actual signal to grow. It's almost kind of like an emergency signal, like when the cell gets expanded, it doesn't want to burst, so it has to grow to allow for more hydration, more water, whatever you want to say. So the pump actually is important. I'm not going to say that it's necessarily everything, but it's definitely an important aspect of growth. So why do some people not get great pumps? There's a few reasons generally. Let's start with training. If you're always training with just very, very heavy weights, low reps is not really going to produce a great pump all the time. Obviously, the sets are very short. There's not, as much chance for blood flow. Not that heavyweight, for lower reps is not, advantageous sometimes, because obviously you want to also damage muscle tissue. You want to the damage and traumatized muscle tissue for muscle growth. So I think it's important with your training to um, I always talk about variation. The body has different mechanisms for causing muscle growth. You want to take advantage of all of them. So heavy weights have their place, higher reps have their place for different muscle fibers, and also for producing the pump, and also producing, like I said, muscle trauma. So I think that is a good idea, um, always to just vary. You could do it in so many different ways. You could cycle your training, a couple of weeks of heavy, a couple of weeks of medium, a couple of weeks of lighter, higher reps. You can also, within the same workout, one of my systems called Rep Range, in my Power Rep Range Shock training system, we start with lower reps. The second exercise goes up a little higher. The third exercise goes a little higher. And then the fourth exercise goes even higher, like 7 to 9, 10 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 20. This way we work all the fibers along the continuum. And then we also finish off with like higher reps so we get a lot of blood into the muscle. So first thing, one thing to worry about is your training. You're not going to get a great pump if you're always focused on heavy weights of like 4 reps, 5 reps, 6 reps. Uh, then of course there's diet. You're not going to get a great pump if you don't have enough glycogen in the muscle. So that's why I had asked him about his diet, and it seems to be relatively low carb. Uh, I didn't really go into why he stayed low carb. My thought process with him, it seemed to me like he was maybe trying to lose body fat, which using a high protein, higher fat, low carb diet can be very, very effective for some people, but it's definitely going to hinder the pump. So if you don't have enough glycogen in the muscle, just think about bodybuilders who are getting ready to go on stage. Oftentimes they will load carbs before a show because they want the muscles to be full. They want to get a great pump backstage, so they look full on stage. They're vascular. So if you're low on carbohydrates, definitely expect your pump to not be as good as when you're eating more. I personally think the best time for focusing on eating a lot of carbohydrates is with meal one. And with your post-workout meal, I think that's the best time to restore glycogen. It's also when insulin sensitivity is at its highest, and when your body is most efficient at storing carbohydrates in the muscle. So make sure you have adequate carbs if you want to get a good pump, or if you're not getting such a good pump, increase those carbs. Sodium was something I asked him about because uh, you will not get a very good pump if your diet is too low in sodium. Sodium is not evil unless A, you're eating so much that it's raising your blood pressure, or if you're somebody who has high blood pressure and you do need to watch, high sodium for your health. But if you're an athlete, if you're an athlete of any kind, but let's talk about bodybuilding. You need to have decent amounts of sodium in your diet. It's healthy. It's healthy to have it.
Yep.
It's not healthy to be so low. And also, when you're talking about the pump, you're not going to get a good pump with not adequate sodium in your diet. A lot of times, again, going back to the example of bodybuilders before shows, and you and I have discussed this before with former Ask Merlin questions. Sometimes people pull sodium right before a show and they just watch their muscles just dissipate and
Yeah.
flatten.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not a carbohydrate issue. Sometimes it's a sodium issue. You just give somebody some sodium the morning of a show, they're flat, and all of a sudden they're exploding.
Yeah.
So sodium is going to carry with it, obviously, water into the bloodstream, which is going to carry the blood into the muscles, and it's going to allow for a much greater pump. So
Yeah.
unless there's a good reason for keeping your sodium so low, whether it be health or you're the kind of person who's right before a show does react well to low sodium, uh, I'm not saying bury your food in salt, but there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with putting some salt on your food and having some high sodium
Yeah.
foods. I mean, it's when you're an athlete, your body's going to use it and it needs it for muscle contraction, for hydration, and everything else.
Once,
So,
sorry, I want to
no, go
add.
ahead.
Once I remember I went out, I was really training. I was on par with everything, training good, diet was good. I went out one night and I had a steak, a big steak. I ate mine and somebody, I think my wife or whatever, left half of it and I ate hers as well. The next day at the gym in the morning was unbelievable. The pumps and the tightness of the muscle and the workout. I mean, I don't know if it was the steak or, but I've had like, this is on a weekend, like the cheat day, right? I didn't want to have a pizza, so I had steak. You know what I mean?
Well, steak is pretty magical.
But I overdid it on the steak, but the next day at the gym was incredible, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't really a sodium thing, probably. It was really just more so that your body, first of all, red meat, a lot of creatine,
Yeah, yeah,
something about red meat. There's something magical about it in terms
yeah.
of providing energy and fullness to the muscle. That's why a lot of people
What
keep red meat in
what's
right
his
to a
name used to
show.
talk about it? The famous trainer in the 60s. What's his name?
Vince Gironda.
Yeah. He used to say
Yeah.
with steak and eggs, it can be anabolic. You
He
know.
was very, yeah, and he was very much into a, again, a very high fat, low carbohydrate diet. So his diets were a lot of eggs, steak, and vegetables, not really a lot of carbs. And his most of his people who work with him would be very shredded. They'd be very
Yeah.
shredded, but they'd be kind of usually a little bit flat. But yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely was. He thought that eggs, whole eggs, were as anabolic as steroids. Like he was very much into
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
it's true. That's true. Yeah.
but
I
everybody that I know, every bodybuilder that I know, including myself, when you have a good steak meal, it's just like nothing like it. It's like you just
yeah.
feel like your body fills out. So there's definitely some magic with steaks. So it's not, I'm not surprised. But again, going back to the sodium issue, that a lot of times, like for me, like my favorite, I always crave pizza. Like that's what I would want after a show.
Yeah.
And so I would always have pizza after show. And then the next morning you wake up and, you know, I wouldn't be as dry as I was for the show, but man, I would be like head to toe veins,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
out of bed. Like, and you'd be almost be like, "Ah, if I looked like this yesterday, maybe I would have
Yeah,
done
I
even better. I
know.
don't know. But then I kind of disagree with it because I could
Yeah.
see like my abs washed out a
Yeah.
little bit. But
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't think it was necessarily just the cheese and the oil and this and that. I think it's the sodium. Just that
Yeah.
sodium, it just gets in there and just fills you out. So sodium is important to uh, keep normal sodium in your diet. Don't be afraid to salt your foods. I use particularly like using Himalayan pink sea
Oh,
salt.
yeah.
I think has also got some extra health benefits.
Yeah.
That's what I like to use on my foods, and I salt most of my meals. Uh, and then finally, what did I want to bring? Sleep. Also, make sure that if you're not
Yeah.
getting a lot of sleep, you're not going to get great pumps.
Yeah.
Sleep is restorative. We need it for every function of our body, for every system of our body, central nervous system, muscular system,
Yeah.
everything needs to be rebooted when we sleep. So if you're not getting good sleep, you can expect to, amongst many other issues,
Yeah.
uh, not get the greatest pumps in the world. Um,
And if his mind's not there, that can be a problem as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to be focused. You got to be focused to get a pump. What else did I want to bring up? There's also of course, there's some good supplements that are good for helping to achieve a better pump. Beetroot extract, citrulline is great for pumps. Um, arginine can be great for pumps. So usually, if you use one of those good, pre-workout formulas, they have what are called vasodilators in them. The only thing I want people to watch out for, and this could be another issue that I didn't even think of at the time. I didn't ask him if he was using a pre-workout. A lot of pre-workouts will contain vasodilators and also contain a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
Caffeine is a vasoconstrictor. So you're pretty much turning off the vasodilators. You're canceling them out when you have pre-workouts that have a lot of caffeine in it. And a lot of people don't even think about that because you're thinking pre-workout, yeah, I want to get a great pump. I want a lot of caffeine, to hype me up. But if you do that, you're going to reduce the pump. You're going to cancel it out. So I always preferred, I never really needed caffeine before workouts. I just didn't. Uh, but if you're going to use some caffeine, I would suggest taking the caffeine maybe like an hour before the pump formula, and then just use a pre-workout that just has ingredients that vasodilate. Because if you take everything together, you're going to kind of cancel it out. So, you're going to lose out on that. Let me think. Was there anything else that I wanted to mention? So I talked about the training. I talked about the diet. I talked about the sodium and the pumping ingredients. So yes, that's basically the things that you have to, watch out for getting a pump. And like I said, you want to go into the gym, you want to feel a good pump, but you have to be prepared for it. And you have to do the right things in order to facilitate the pump. And that's it. I mean, that should be the stuff that helps people out for getting a good pump. And like I said, the pump's important. It feels great. It looks great. But it also helps with muscle growth. So it's one of the factors that can increase muscle growth. So good question.
Cool.
I'm glad that he asked it. I hope he's listening. And
Cool.
getting better
No, it's a
pumps
good,
in
it's
the
a, it's a,
gym.
it's a good thing because it's a lot of people don't even know the feeling of the pump's amazing. You get that your skin is tight, the muscle is, it's you have to go, you have to,
It's something you have to feel to
yeah,
appreciate. You have
yeah,
to
yeah,
be somebody that loves muscle and
yeah, yeah. I
that
remember the
feeling you
first
have.
first time I was still in Toronto. I trained and I must have trained properly, and I got it my first, like I felt it the first. I was like, what the hell, man? You really feel it's amazing. It's amazing feel. It's an amazing feeling. It's like, Arnold, what was it? You're coming in the gym, I'm coming at home, I'm coming
Yes,
anywhere, I'm
exactly.
coming.
That's what I was trying to think of. That particular line he's saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
I'm coming when I go outside, I'm coming at
Yeah,
the
that was his thing. He was saying it's better than sex.
Yeah,
He
and
said, so look at me. I'm coming.
that line got everybody going to the gym.
I know. Could you imagine everybody's like, wait, exercise is better than
Yeah.
sex?
What the hell,
Wait a
man?
second, I got to try this exercise thing. Hey, listen, speaking of sex, sometimes sex can give you a good pump. Sometimes you get done having sex and then you stand up and you're like, damn, I'm vascular
Yeah,
all over
you
the
start
place.
posing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me pose a bit. Yeah.
I know. I would. That's definitely something that's very, very funny, but it's
Yeah.
is actually the truth. But yeah. So, but the pump is definitely a wonderful feeling for bodybuilders, and it's kind of and you hear it all the time when bodybuilders are getting ready for shows. A lot of times, and the last, you get down to the last few weeks and
Oh no, you
cardio is
don't
so
get it's
high,
it's
and
nothing.
you barely get a pump, and it's so frustrating
You
because you're
just
still
go through the
working hard.
movements. Yeah, you just go through the movements. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but then
It's
but you don't really get that pump, but
the
and
off
then
season.
as soon
Yeah,
as you start to eat again, you're
yeah.
like, wow, like it's just the
Yeah, the
feeling comes
body the
back.
body needs food. The body needs food to work. You're being counter. You're doing everything that the body doesn't want you to do when you're on a diet, basically, leading up to
Yeah.
the show. Your body wants food. You're eating, but you're not eating to satisfy yourself. You're eating for a purpose. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. And you're not going to get those pumps leading up to the show. It's
No, you know what? You know what's funny though, and it's funny because a lot of this is something I've been seeing more and more of, and I've never tried it myself. A lot of bodybuilders like to take like Cialis or Viagra before working out or before getting on stage because it is a vasodilator.
talking about that. I was going to tell you after the show, but since you mentioned it,
Uh-oh, what I bring up?
there's a video of a kid, and everybody is wondering what happened, right? And I can guarantee you, this is Armand talking about it. Look at
Oh,
him.
what the hell is that? Is that for real?
Yeah, he was embarrassed.
He's
Yeah,
looking down, man, and his
yeah.
oh, what is he gonna? Did he take Viagra before the show,
Listen,
or was he just hard as
yeah,
a rock from?
that when you hear Armand talking about it, he said, "I've in his whole career, he has in 22 years of coaching, he has never seen anything like that."
I
Listen,
have never
I
seen anything
think
like that.
he hasn't been to enough amateur shows. I don't know. I'm not going to say he hasn't been to amateur shows. I'm sure he has been to hundreds of them. I've seen
You've
on
seen it?
stage, yeah, and I
I've never seen it to
like
that degree.
like my wife would be next to me in Europe, like in Spain, somewhere in Spain, watching an European or whatever, and she'll be like, "Am I seeing things? Am I seeing wrong?" And I would look at the stage, and it was like, I'd be like, "What the hell is going on?" And I asked, and some guys take Viagra
Right, they do, but the thing is, it's like,
because they think they're going
okay,
to be vascular.
here's the thing though. People people don't understand that, and now that's actually they're coming out with new pills that because Viagra does not make you aroused. In other words, if you're not sexually aroused, Viagra is not going to necessarily make you erect. So I'm wondering, was
Yeah,
he
but
aroused?
the thing is, I've
Because it's
competed.
not all just directed right down
Yeah,
there. There's
but
also fascination.
I've competed, and the first time I competed, I was like, man, if you go on stage, what if this happens? What if that happens? But that's the furthest thing from your mind.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how
Yeah,
did,
and
you
and
know,
and not now you know how it is. Before there were no practically no women backstage. Today you go backstage. I mean, it's happened to me. You backstage, you'll see a woman getting spray tanned, just or she doesn't give a crap. She'll be like this, and it doesn't bug you. But there might be guys that take this crap, and all of a sudden they're they see somebody and it or they see
maybe,
another
I mean,
or they see another guy. I don't know. You know what I
who
mean?
knows? But I know that there's new sex pills now that have like the Viagra or Cialis ingredients, but that also have things for arousal. So
Yeah,
that, that's like the new thing now because everybody's like saying, it's not going to work for you if you're not aroused.
yeah,
So that's who knows what he took, but that was funny. I never saw that
yeah.
before. And
So
I
I was
I,
gonna
I would think that was a joke, but
no, I
that
was
was for
gonna tell
real.
you after the show, but I've seen it on stage. I've seen it. Maybe not that prominent, but I've seen it. I've seen it.
Maybe that kid got a lot of offers from women after he
Yeah, I
came on
mean,
stage
literally,
because
when they go to do their side poses, it's like you're saying, "What the hell is happening?"
there's a guy who's a pro. I think he's a 212 pro, but I can't remember his name offhand.
I know who you're talking about.
He's got this I don't know what he's got, dude. I mean, this is funny for us to talk
I
about,
know who
but
you're talking
you
about.
know what
I
I'm talking
know.
about. He's got the gigantic package
Yeah,
down there. Like he's got like, I don't know, he's got a set of balls on him that look
yeah.
like
Every
bowling
time,
balls.
every time he puts on a message, a photo, I go to the comments and I just die laughing, man.
Dude, that guy, how do you get up on? I mean, how do you not know that? He must have the biggest testicles of anybody on the planet. And you would think bodybuilders who use steroids usually the testicles shrink because they're not
Yeah,
producing testosterone
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
I don't know what this guy's got bull's balls.
yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about because he's
yeah.
like
I
famous
know who you're
for it.
talking about. Yeah, yeah,
And I feel bad for him because he actually has a really good physique and it's
yeah,
probably
yeah,
distracting for the judges.
yeah. I know, I
But
know. It's crazy. I know.
what a
But
way.
that's
Had no
but
idea we would go here.
no, but when you mentioned that, I said I was gonna tell you after the show, but now we just fell into it. And I was like, I'm gonna tell them about it now. But no,
Oh,
I've
that
seen
poor
it.
kid.
I've seen it on stage. I've seen it. I mean, amongst uh, some people dabble in other things that they shouldn't. Like what do you call it? Recreational drugs as well before they step on stage. I mean,
He looked like a little kid.
no, not
My
saying
guess for
him.
that kid,
I'm
I
not
think he
saying.
was so excited to be on stage that he
I
kind of
I
got
know.
that reaction.
But
He
I
just
mean,
looked like a,
I've seen athletes, even their eyes would be like fucking one be like this and the other one be and I would ask, I was like, what the hell's what's going on with that guy? And some guys or women dabble in recreational drugs before they
oh,
go on
sure, yeah.
stage.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's been bodybuilders, famous bodybuilders who were completely into recreational drugs that
Yeah,
ruined their careers. I
yeah.
mean,
But they take it right before they get on stage. So
I
it's
know they think that certain things, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. Well, good
I
for
know.
that kid for hanging in
Listen,
there.
for that stupid trophy, people do anything. So
I know it's kind of nutty. They think that little last minute tricks are going to really do it, but really it's being prepared, you know.
I'm telling you, that kid's gonna be famous now.
I'm telling you, he's going to have a bunch of girls going after him. She's going to be like, great body, and
Yeah,
still
congratulations.
can get it
Yeah.
up. Let's. He's going to have to bring what do they call them in porn? Fluffers
Yeah.
that to arouse guy. He's going to have to bring a girl to like satisfy his needs
Yeah,
before he
yeah,
goes on
before the
stage, so he
show.
can go back
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, that's probably see an advert for from the NPC fluffers needed. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're not going to put him on the thumbnail.
No, 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 no. Um,
Oh my God, but the sport's funny.
yeah, yeah. So I guess that's it for today.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, we covered what we wanted to
Yeah,
cover.
we ended off with a bang with that guy. Uh so we'll be back next week with the Texas Pro.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
And then
Um
we're getting super close to the Olympia.
Yeah. Obviously there's other shows, but it's mostly men's physique and bikini and a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
there's
So
still a few more qualifiers, so there's
yeah,
only
we'll
two more
start
qualifiers for all
analyzing,
men.
the Olympia now, because it's starting to, you know, the bodybuilding should be shut. Another 2 shows and it'll be done and dusted. We'll have the official list, you know, and we can talk about like who we might think will place in the top 10 or top 5 or whatever, you know. So things are gonna start getting exciting. And maybe we'll have somebody to interview as well. Um, Obviously, you know, people are busy with shows at the moment, so you know, it's starting to get down to crunch time.
Yeah.
So that's it for now, I guess,
Yeah.
Eric.
That's it. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
So we'll see you guys next week. Support Eric's sponsors. Um,
Gasp, Flex
Gasp
Pro
and
Meals, Revive, researchpeptides.com.
yeah,
Use the
yeah,
code Merlin Pep 10.
yeah,
Not for human use, researchers only.
yeah. I have some time on my hands because we are shut down at work this week. I uploaded one. I'm doing I didn't even tell you, Eric, because I did it today. Um a 4-part series of the Olympia winners. I think
I
you
saw
did see
that.
it.
I saw
Yeah, you
that.
saw it. All right.
I saw it,
Um
yes.
um I'm doing them in sections. I split it in 4. You know, the first part I put up is just basically Larry Scott and Sergio Oliva. Um, and then you know I already recorded the second one with Arnold. It goes all the way to Samir Banu, and then the third is Lee Haney and Dorian Yates, basically, because those guys have 14 years to just 2 guys, and then it goes on to the modern era, you know. So
That's a good idea.
just to, you know, I put it, but it's not like I'm really getting into detail, you know, controversies. I'll mention them. I'll show, you know, the standings, like, you know, Arnold and Sergio, when they competed, sometimes they stepped on stage alone. So you have to, you know, Ronnie's era, Arnold's era, who was the greatest champion? You know, there's a big debate there. You know what I mean? But I'm just, it's like a quick reference to the Olympia history until 2025, 65 to 2025. So I'm just doing that, having fun with it. I mean, I'm recording. I mean, I'm just going through pictures, talking about them, some footage, because you have to be careful with the footage you use and you know things like that. So that's what I'm putting up. Don't forget to subscribe to the Muscle News and you know to get updates for our shows. And we'll be back next week.
Yes, we will, as
Yeah,
we
and
always are.
hopefully the bodybuilders will keep their junk in their pants, their posing trunks. See you
Oh,
guys
man.
later.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.